on that piece over there. Put it on here. Get this all aligned. Looks to be where it sits. I'll put some bolts in there and stuff too, but just getting it aligned kind of. And I'm going to put a clamp on here. Hold it. Alright guys, I almost just made a mistake. I am ready to go up there, drill my pilot hole through there and do that. But then I realized I got it perfect position right now. You put the chrome up there, it matches perfectly up where it should be. But then I realized I got this clamped on the top, and see how it's pulled tight on top but not on the bottom. So when that gets pulled over, it's actually going to push it over. It's going to make it spread. So I got to fix that first. I got to get this tight all the way down so it's in the correct position. I think I'm going to use another strap to go around the hood and use some blocks here to pull that tight. Do what I want it to do. Yep, perfect. We're going to need to loosen this one though. So that's pulling in, it's getting too tight. There we go. That's nice and tight. Now we can realign it. Alright. Pretty close. We're going to leave it right there. Alright, now it's time to drill. Okay, you can see the mark that I put out here. What I wanted to do is go 1 5/8 inches back into here, and that will give me a half, once the hole is drilled, 1 5/8 inches in, and then you drill a 1/2 inch hole for that bushing I got to put in there. Then after that is drilled, there will be a 1/2 inch of material left over to where that was cut. So okay. Inch or 7/8, so 1 inch or 16. Let's go, put it right in the center. Measure twice, cut once. It's kind of a point of no return. Make sure you're gonna move it up. I just looked at the angle of the other one. Now, right there. Alright, feel good. 1 5/8. That's good. Cool. Alright. Alright, well, I gotta step this up. Go up to 3/8. Alright guys, I don't know how much of all that drilling I'm going to show you guys because this hood just wobbles around when I'm moving around on it and the camera wobbles so much. But I got it all drilled out. I got the bolt sitting up in there. When I pull it back apart, I'm going to have to enlarge the hole for my little steel piece of pipe that I'm putting in there for a sleeve. I got to use my $100 half-inch reamer. Ooh, love that thing. Now we're going to be moving over here and I'm taking these holes here are for dowels when they set this at the factory. That would be my guess. So we'll just set them in there to make sure that we're lined up. We are. Want it to be exactly back in the same position. And then what I'm going to be doing, this is mostly just to hold it as the glue dries. But what I'm going to be doing is putting in threaded inserts into this. It's not going to hold really nothing. It's basically just going to tighten and hold it for the glue to dry and stuff. So I'm just going to be putting threaded inserts in there. They will help in the long run, but mostly they're just here so when I glue it, I can run bolts in there and it'll suck it up tight. Put the clamps back on too, like I have it, and then let it cure. And then I got to move on to some other projects. So, drill some holes for these threaded inserts. Can't go all the way through. There's a hollow inside there. That's why I can't get nuts on the backside. Go all the way through, then we're on the outside of the hood. Put one right up here. One down here. Excuse me. Put one right here. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to be doing is pulling it apart. I will drill out these 1/4 inch holes I just put into that fiberglass, drill them out to 3/8 for the threaded inserts. And then take some real rough sandpaper with my angle grinder, clean up the back of the piece of aluminum that I'm going to be bonding, clean up the surface on the hood, and get the glue ready and put some thread inserts. You know the drill. Alright guys, I have my other piece all cleaned up. Now I gotta clean this one. Alright guys, we're ready to go. I think I got everything. So first of all, I'm going to clean the surface off. Very awkward position up here. Did clean this surface, but we'll wipe her down again in case any dust settled on it. Stay. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna check if I got everything. Hack driver. All right. So in my mind, this is gonna work, but a lot of things go through that mind. So I am not a professional. I just like to learn stuff and figure it out. I'm using this 3M. It is composite and metal bonding adhesive. And guess what? It's green adhesive. I'm bonding metal to composite material. Guess what? I pretty much... Here we go. Didn't want to come out of there. Hopefully it's... Oh no. Okay. I thought it was one side was hard or something. I think that this is exactly what Freightliner uses. This exact same material. It looks just like it. It says on here that you have working time 35 minutes, clamp time in 90 minutes, cure time 3 hours. Comes with this little tip, and it's got a metal thing inside there. I don't know if you can see it. And it's like a honeycomb thing. It's all, the stuff comes out, it's two-part, and it goes into here, and it travels all up through this honeycomb, and it mixes and mixes and mixes, and it comes out the other end all pre-mixed. Stuff is really good stuff from this 3M that they make. Plastic adhesives, all that stuff. But, a little expensive. I bought 2 tubes of this stuff and it was 120 bucks. The boss actually went online and he found it, I think, that the 2 tubes that I bought, he can get it for like 72 bucks. Ordering online, so, you know, and that's usual. So what you do is you basically, it's just like a caulk gun. And you slowly push it at first, especially. That way it mixes it good. And then it comes up and it's green. So I'm not sure how much to put on here. We're gonna put it on here. Trust me. Probably 90% of it's gonna squeak out of here. And for the people who feel they need to send a message to my boss, I don't know if they're trying to get me in trouble or what's going on. We just laugh about it. Yeah, he knew I had a credit card. And the safety glasses, I wear my safety glasses when it's necessary. When I'm grinding, cutting, something. I don't think any glue is going to jump off of here at me any second. He just comes in, just shakes his head. Well, I got an email. It's just, oh. That looks like a booger mess there, huh? Sure does. Since you guys didn't answer me, I answered myself. I'm just gonna put up, just to make sure I got the covered areas, I'm just gonna put a little bit on here. I don't care if it squeezes out. Don't care. Rather have excess. Alright guys, I think we're done. So now we'll just place it up here. got it all over the place. Still curing. Good and pliable. Anybody ever tries to take this back apart, I'm sorry. That I put too much on. I kind of forgot to put a insert. There's two holes down there. I think we're all right. I think we're gonna be just fine. Should have worn some rubber gloves doing this. I'm gonna just take all this excess and just do this to it. Just like ice on a cake. See how much. That's not too bad. Alright guys, we are done. I'm going to put the clamps back on here. Just because I don't trust those nut inserts in that fiberglass. I'm going to put the clamps, put my rope around and the clamp back on there, and then good. And put her all together, and then I'm going to let this all cure and jump onto another job. Hey guys, we're back on this hood, and the glue has all dried. It's all sitting by itself now. It's been sitting there for a couple days. It's holding really good and everything. I am going to be putting a fiberglass piece, that's a piece of fiberglass cloth over the top of it, just to help strengthen it. I'm also going to put one on this side too. And then there's a couple cracks in the hood right here. I'm going to grind this out, put some fiberglass in there, this here too, fiberglass is on the back side, strengthen it out. I guess this here. And then get a coat of fiberglass on there, and then there's a driver showing up this afternoon that we'll be taking this truck, I guess, next week. while we work on his truck, and he's going to help me, and we're going to pop the hood up and mount her back on there. So I'm going to get the fiberglass in. It's a hot one today. Oh, it is so hot in here. It's just, I'm just wringing wet. Forgot to show you before I get started on this hood. I now have a laundry mat. It's my clothesline. Yeah, in a true mechanic redneck way, my clothespins are vice grips. I used my tub last night. My little coveralls are getting pretty greasy and dirty. I used the tub last night. So I had to wringing it out like old school old washboard or something. I hung them up here and put the fan on it all night long. Dry it out. Got another addition to the shop, another section, laundromat. Alright guys, we got the hood mounted up. I got some help. Driver stopped by with his kid, and they don't want to be on video and stuff, but they helped me tip it up there, and it's 3 bolts down here that hooks up, and then some cables, and then the rams and all this stuff. But we got her all hooked up, and I pulled the grill part off of it. Should have done that when it was pulled off, but for some reason they thought they shouldn't do that. Would have been a lot easier to fix all this, but took it off now because I'm going to be doing sanding and painting, and I want to get the grill and all that stuff. So basically now all the fiberglass is all cured. It's all good and strong. I'm going to be sanding this down. Right here, I'll try to do a real nice job. Basically, I'm going to paint right up at this edge. So really you're only going to see that, which, you know, the paint doesn't blend perfectly because this is aged, you know. And this stuff in here I'll just sand up. I really don't even care about it being finished or nothing, but I'll just put a coat of paint on there. Same thing with this, you know, the light fits right up against it. I'll just have to do a nice job of sanding right there. But you can see, get the inside of it. This is the side that I repaired, and I glued all back on there and everything. And I laid a nice piece of fiberglass cloth over the top of it, and fiberglassed all that and everything in there just for an added strength. And I actually put a piece on this side too, because I thought with all the torque that this hood had, that it'd be there probably was pulled, maybe it might be a little bit weaker, so I put a piece of fiberglass cloth over there. So I'm gonna get the sand in. Alright guys, we got some body putty on there. Let that sit on there for about an hour or so, and I'll start sanding it all up and get ready for get that sanded up, and then I'll put if it's good and got a good surface on there, then I will put some sandable primer on there and start working with a 1200, maybe 2000 grit, and get it all nice and ready for painting tomorrow morning.